Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today's session is about shifting you out of dorsal vagal shutdown. Let's begin. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, soften your knees, and begin drawing slow intentional circles with your hips. This simple yet powerful movement directly supports shifting you out of dorsal vagal shutdown by reintroducing gentle rhythmic motion into the body, key for signaling safety to the nervous system. When we enter a dorsal state, the body defaults to immobilization. Muscles become stiff, breath becomes shallow, and our sense of presence diminishes. Hip circles counteract this by stimulating proprioception, our body's awareness of movement and position, which helps re-establish a sense of groundedness and embodiment. This motion encourages subtle activation of the psoas muscle due to its deep connection to the autonomic nervous system. Mobilizing the pelvis gently engages the sacral region, an area rich in parasympathetic nerve endings, supporting the shift toward ventral vagal engagement, where connection and vitality are restored. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 20 seconds. Open your arms wide, stretching through your chest as you inhale, then wrap them around yourself in a self-hug as you exhale. This movement counteracts dorsal vagal shutdown by restoring mobility to the front body, which often collapses when we enter a freeze state. Expanding the chest activates the vagus nerve and stretches fascia around the heart and lungs, promoting deeper breath and increased oxygenation, both key to shifting out of immobilization. The self-hug stimulates pressure receptors in the skin, triggering oxytocin release and sending signals of safety to the brain. This rhythmic alternation between openness and containment mimics the natural flow of a well-regulated nervous system, gently reawakening connection, presence, and emotional resilience. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 15 seconds. Lift your shoulders toward your ears as you inhale, then let them drop with an exhale, allowing any tension to release. Shoulder shrugs help break the physical inertia of dorsal vagal shutdown by reintroducing movement into the upper body, where freeze patterns often manifest as rigidity. This exercise activates the trapezius muscles, which are directly linked to stress responses, and stimulates proprioceptors in the neck and shoulders, sending sensory feedback to the brain that movement is safe. The drop of the shoulders signals a release of tension, encouraging a shift from the protective posturing of shutdown to a more engaged dynamic state. The rhythmic activation of the breath with movement enhances vagal tone, supporting the transition from immobilization to embodied presence and relational openness. Stand with your feet grounded, let your arms hang loosely, and gently twist your torso side to side, allowing your arms to follow effortlessly with the motion. The torso twist disrupts dorsal vagal shutdown by reintroducing spinal rotation, a key factor in restoring fluidity to a system stuck in immobilization. The gentle twisting motion activates the intercostal muscles, diaphragm, and deep fascial lines, all of which become restricted in a collapsed dorsal state. As the arms swing freely, the nervous system receives sensory input that signals safety, counteracting the rigidity of shutdown. This motion stimulates the vestibular system, helping to bring the body back into dynamic engagement with the environment. And now, allow yourself to integrate for a few seconds. Gently tilt your head to the right, place your right hand on top for light pressure, then look upward as you wrap your left arm around yourself in a self-hug. This movement directly engages the vagus nerve, particularly where it travels through the neck, helping to release stored tension from dorsal vagal shutdown. Tilting the head stimulates the sternocleidomastoid and upper cervical fascia, areas that become restricted in a collapsed state. Applying gentle pressure enhances proprioceptive input, reinforcing a sense of grounded safety. Looking upward counteracts the downward gaze typical of shutdown, signaling the brain to shift toward engagement. The self-hug provides comforting tactile input, encouraging oxytocin release and re-establishing a sense of connection, warmth, and presence within the body. And now, allow yourself to switch sides. Interlock your arms in front of your body and gently rock side to side, letting the motion flow. Rocking is one of the most powerful ways to shift out of dorsal vagal shutdown because it directly engages the vestibular system, which governs balance, spatial awareness, and movement coordination. In a shutdown state, the body often feels heavy, frozen, or disconnected. Rocking provides rhythmic, repetitive motion that stimulates the cerebellum, sending signals of engagement to the brain. The This type of slow-wave sensory input is deeply regulating, helping to re-establish a sense of safety and presence. Rocking mirrors the innate self-soothing mechanism seen in infants, reinforcing the body's ability to move from immobilization into a state of calm, connection, and gentle activation. And now, allow yourself to fully relax. When we enter dorsal vagal shutdown, our system is doing its best to protect us. It's the body's ancient survival response to overwhelm, signaling us to conserve energy by withdrawing, numbing out, or collapsing inward. But while this state can be useful in moments of extreme stress, staying stuck here leaves us feeling disconnected, fatigued, and emotionally distant. The key to shifting out of dorsal isn't forcing activation, but gently reintroducing movement, breath, and sensory input in a way that signals safety. These somatic exercises work with your nervous system, not against it, helping you transition from disconnection back into connection.